All right, introducing the new to me Loritone 12-inch auto feed slab saw. This is my new saw I got, used of course. You can see I'm slicing a rock right now. It's in there, slicing away. I'm gonna show you all the goodness we slice with this bad boy. She ain't pretty, but she's mighty. So all right, here we go. All right, y'all, so haven't done a rock cutting video in a while, so figured I'd do one. And y'all saw the new saw I got, new to me anyway. So I cut a bunch of rocks. Some I found, some I didn't. I'll tell you which ones I didn't find. I'll tell you which ones I did find. I'll start with all the ones I found. So let's start off with this guy here. So this is from North Edwards. Found this guy here. It's not, I don't think it's chaponite, but it's definitely some type of jasper. It's definitely got, it's been brecciated. It's definitely got, you can see agate veins running through it. It's a really, really nice piece. I love the pattern. I think it's super pretty. This is it dry, see? Let's put some wet on there. That's a pretty piece. And then I got a couple slabs of this. Here's another slab. This is the end cut, I believe, here. Again, this is a really pretty piece. You see, this is the end cut. The pattern's pretty cool. Pretty killer. Man, it's so much easier to film inside than outside when you're out hunting in the field. It's way easier to film here. So here's the rest of it. You see, I still got a little more left here. So here's the rest of it. I don't know if I'm going to cut any more slabs off of this or just face polish this as a specimen. You can see this little pattern here where it all like filled in and it's solidified. That's hard. It's not soft. It's not clay. It's not a bug. You can see where it filled in. But I love that red, the greens, all different colors in there. It's like broken china looking, and it was glued back together. Anyway, that's pretty cool stuff. Again, that came out of North Edwards. I don't have any footage of me finding this because that was before I even started doing YouTube. I've been having this big piece. I've been waiting for a big saw to cut it. All right, the next one we'll work on is over here. These are some mosses. You can see this little guy here, the orange and red moss. Nice size slab I cut. Here's the back of it dry. Here's it wet. Now you can see right here, if you can see that right here, those are problem spots when you're making cabs because that stuff doesn't have as much silica in it. This side doesn't look as bad. The other side has, so this one, while it's pretty, I don't know how it's going to come out if I try to make cabs out of it. This is the end cut. Again, you can see this is what it looked like. I was going after this right here probably when I picked it up. I need to go back and look and see what video this is in. It's in one of the videos, I just don't remember one. It's probably an older one. And then here's what's left of it, the rock. So I'll probably glue it to a 2x4 and so I can cut it all if I cut it. All right, cool. The next one's similar in color, but it's got a little yellow at the top. It's got almost green. See right there? Where's the green? There's a little green on this side. We want more green. We want green, orange, red, and yellow all in one. Anyway, that's a pretty neat pattern. Moss pattern there. And here's another piece of it. I cut a bunch of slabs of this one because I like this one. This one looked really cool. It's not real vuggy, you know. It's good material. It's solid. All right, cool. I'm trying not to go super fast, but I got a lot of rocks to get through here, and you know, nobody likes to watch 20, 30-minute videos of mine. All right, so this one's pretty cool. Nice orange moss. Way cool. Got some little agate in it. Really pretty. And this is the kind of stuff I just love. So, not vuggy. This stuff is good material right here. Really nice. So, here's another piece. Again, not vuggy. It's got one little agate bug, but it's pretty nice. Again, pretty killer. I just love this stuff. So it's way cool. So there you go. I think I need to put a new blade on this saw. I'm seeing a little bit too many saw marks. If you guys know if that's the case, when you see saw marks like that, if you need a new blade, if that's a blade issue, because it's still cutting through the rocks like nothing, but let me know, because I do not know that. I am not an expert at everything. Definitely not in saw blades. Anyway, that's cool. Still got a chunk of that left. I'll probably, again, glue that to a 2x4 so I can cut the rest of it, because if you don't know, the slab saws, you can't cut the whole rock. There's a gap between it, between what you can cut and what you can't cut. And so in order to cut the rest of the slab, you know, you glue it with wood glue. I use wood glue on a 2x4, and I cut a few like that. It seems to work really well so far. So here's another one I cut. Checked out that like little, I don't know what you call that, like dotty, like mossy, dotty, plumy, I don't know. It's pretty neat, but this is the end cut. This is what I was hoping was going all the way through. The green's always, a lot of times, just on the top. I was like, dang it. But I still might be able to do something right, like make a cab or something. It's still fairly thick. I might be able to get something out of that. Definitely don't want to tumble it, because that'll go first. The green is definitely, I don't know if it's softer because it has you know, like fluoride or something in it, but it's definitely a little softer and it disappears faster. And it could be just because it's on the outside of the rock. I don't know. All right, check this one out. So here's another slab up the same one. And you know what? I didn't bring the whole rock over here. I still have a bunch of this rock left. So here you go. Some more you can see. That, like, I don't know what the heck you want to call that pattern. Almost like mossy here and here. It's pretty cool stuff. This piece right here is solid, no vugs. You start getting a little vuggy up in here, right here. This is a vug right here. This is filled in, but it's probably, I can't tell if it's agate or basalt on the phone because I'm looking at the phone while I'm filming. But anyway, this is a cool piece. Now this is a case of one where, I'll show the big stone first, where I definitely cut it two different ways because I was going after a couple different things here. I wanted to see, I was looking where I want to cut. And so I look at this side and I'm going, wow, well, the phone just went crazy. So I looked at this side and I was like, these are all, you see, they're all moss. They're like a purpley color. They're really dark. And then you got the orange in here, and then you got some little yellow jasper starting to show up in here. So I'm like, I don't know, should I keep cutting it this way? And you'll see those moss lines going this way, but this one has crazy like moss lines, right? So I'm trying to figure out which way to cut it. So then I cut a slab off this side. So I said, all right, I cut this side and I cut this side. Let's see this way. If I cut it this way, what it looks like. So again, this is what you have to do sometimes with moss. You have to experiment, you know, and here's some green up here. Check that out. And you got these oranges and you got like, almost looks like flamey pattern. You got this. So leave me a comment. Let me know which side you think is better, because do you think I should keep cutting this way on the orange with the grapey color dendrites, or should I cut it with the orange, the more orange color side going this way? And you can see some of those little grapey dendrites down here, look like little forest fire going on there. Anyway, let me know, because I'm torn. I'm thinking if this gets better, if this gets more white and more of that purple color, and that orange gets a little more, this may be awesome looking stuff. But this is awesome looking stuff as well. So I don't know. I hate when that happens, right? I can't figure out which side to cut it. So here's the test pieces I cut. So this is the end cut. You can see this is what the end looked like. And then you'll see the colors in here. So you see there's the green. We were just looking at some orange. It's got a natural hole in it. Hey ho. So look, we can just hang it and make a pendant like that. There you go. But anyway, so there's this one. Again, I like that pattern. I like how it's turning out. And here's the second cut I made on that same side. I did make another smaller cut just because I do like this pattern. And this is kind of weird going on down here and all this craziness up here. You do have a little vug right there. I think there's a little vug right here too. I can't feel it. Yep, there's a little vug right there. So you got a couple of vugs. This one's got a vug right here. But it's still, the pattern on this is pretty cool. I really like this. Man, I'm torn. I don't know which way to cut it. So here's the end piece, the other end I cut with the grapey looking ones, right? So here you can see this here, the end cut. But really what I was interested in was this piece right here. I was like, this would make a pretty cool stone, I think, right here. It's kind of like brachiated with almost like a bluish agate. This is all, let's see if I can get some light going behind it. I can show you that this is all translucent. You can see through it. Anyway, let me know what side y'all think I should cut. I don't know. So, okay, so this one's going to be an example of everything I cut's not great. So here's a piece I cut. It's got the green running through it. It's got this clay right here. These are just the little end cuts I cut off just to see. Again, I'm trying to figure out which way to cut this one. It's okay. It's not my favorite so far. So you can see where I was cutting it. So obviously you've got a clay pocket or an ash pocket. I think it's ash more than clay. I think some of this is ash in here, volcanic ash. And see, they got some colors over here. So I was like debating, do I cut this way? You know, which way do I cut this guy? And there's some yellow and some red right here. Do I cut it this way? I don't know. So I'll still play with this one, but the first couple of cuts were not like impressing me at all on this one. All right, so the next one, these are not ones that I found. I actually purchased, this is a Condor agate I purchased. Again, it was a nodule. It was a big nodule, so you can see how big the nodule was. It's a big nodule, and it had like a little secondary egg here. So I don't know. I might keep cutting it. I might cut it. I don't know. Who knows? But I do like the color. This one has crystal on the inside. But check it out. It's got purple and pink, and then orange over there. Oh man, almost like the Laguna. The Laguna is more defined, but in the pink bands that it has. But check that out. That one's pretty cool. Only one little tiny fracture right there. That one's pretty cool. And then here's the other side. So you could see going this way, you're losing the crystal, which is fine with me. So I'm like trying to figure out how many more slices or how thin do I slice to keep getting. You know, I'm curious to know what's on this section right here because I see some orange right here. It's a game of who knows. So anyway, check that color out though. It's pretty cool. That pink and purple, and it's got the quartz in the center and Paul blinding you. You can see it's still got some mineral oil on it. You can see how it's all beaten up. Anyway, I think this is pretty cool. So Library Dave did a thing in Tucson with the guy with all the Condor agates. This is who I bought this from. I got it. He does. It's called Condor Agate Mines. He does it on eBay. He sells some of his stuff. It's not super cheap. All right, these last pieces here. This one's an ongoing joke between me and another YouTuber. I won't mention their name, but anyway, it's a rocket ship. But this is some of the stuff from Idaho, from Casey in Idaho that he mines. This is not like the top quality. I did not pay for the top quality. This was just a nodule I bought. It was very inexpensive for what the material is, because obviously the top quality slabs is $100, you know, $60 to $100. It's good material. But anyway, you could see some of the patterns in here I was going for. Let's get a couple of the other ones. Here you go. So you can see the pattern down here. This is what I was hoping for, more of this to go all the way through. But it didn't. But it's still cool. It's still really cool rock. Anyway, you got some more of that pattern there. Here's another piece. And it fell apart. You can see how when I was cutting the saw, I should have left this in the saw to go all the way down, but I didn't. I stopped it when it fell off. So this one here, you probably get a decent stone out of this right here with that pattern. It's pretty stuff. Now there's another piece right here. This is an end piece as well. See, this one's cool. This is why I picked this one originally, because I saw this pattern right here. I was like, oh man, if that goes all the way through, this is a killer piece, killer deal. Interesting, this white stuff here is just like what I found out in Lubbock. This is all volcanic ash. That's all ash. That's all volcanic ash right there. So obviously this is volcanic rocks. So here's another one. Again, you got some cool patterns down here. There's some more of that ash. That's volcanic ash right there. Here on this side, you see the cool pattern down here. You got some weirdness going through here. The problem with this stuff is all this white stuff is not agate. It didn't make agate. It's ash. So that's part of the problem with some of these seams like this. So, all right, y'all, that's all I have for this video. Again, I haven't shot a rock video in a while. I'm going to show y'all some of the stuff I'm working on polishing over here. These are all Condor agates. I got to start except for that one. That's not a Condor agate. That's a, what you call it? I can't think of it. These are all Condor agates. I got these at the Starter Well show. Very inexpensive. I think I paid $1 for all of these right here. And this was not $1. This was not $1. And this was not $1. But anyway, I'm polishing all of these. Most of them are finished. They're pretty much done. I may or may not do a video on these. Again, I polished all these myself. This one's cool. It's got a lot of fractures, though. I like this is killer moss, though. This pattern is super killer. Going through there. That stuff is like super, super cool. Alrighty. And this one looks like a duck laying on his back. Anyway, this is a Condor agate. Well, I guess I wasn't going to show it. I guess I am now, all right? So, dang it, I can't remember the name of this agate. It's so easy. It's not Malawi. It's another place. Anyway, I'll think of it later. So, there's some of the cool stuff I've been polishing. So, alrighty. Well, that's it for this one. So, thank y'all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them. So, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.